Welcome back again, rum lovers. It's Jamie of Ready Set Rum. So today we're not going to be doing a rum tasting, but what we are going to do is recap the Miami Congress 2022. We had a blast, but before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any questions as I go through, any questions, anything that pops into your head in regards to what I'm saying, please just respond, say what you want to say, ask any question, and let's have the conversation going down below. All right, guys. So, Miami Rum Congress was on March 12th and 11th. Yeah, 12th and 11th, which was a Friday and a Saturday. All right. There's a series of Miami Rum Congress. It's held by Ian Burrell, one in New York, Chicago, London, different places like that. But the Miami one was supposed to be on February 11th and 12th, but due to a spike in COVID back in January, it was moved to March 11th and 12th, right? So on the Friday, we had some seminars. The welcoming cocktail was by Angostura and Thasha's Rum. Angostura known for the bitters, but they also have a rum line. I've done several of their reviews of the rums, so check in the comments and check on my channel, and you would see my review of one of the limited editions that they put up. Was only 510 bottles, and also I did the 1824, which is a 12-year-old, and the 15-year-old, and I also did a comparison between the 15-year Angostura to the 15-year Appleton. So definitely check it out on my channel, and that's why, guys, you gotta subscribe so you don't miss a thing, right? But so they started off with the cocktail in the morning, and then they went into the seminars. And there's a lot of seminars that are going along. I didn't go to any, I'm busy, I'm working. I just don't want to take time off to go through seminars. I know I missed some stuff, but guys, this is just a hobby. Can't be missing out on paychecks just to go and look at some rum conferences. It's just tough for me at this point in time. But they had 2 decades of rum, a timeline of rums rising. They had building and maintaining a global brand. They had rum brand chain supply, which is very important, especially in America. It's tough. So anyone who's trying to get in on the rum scene, like, that's the kind of thing you really need to go into, especially as a producer, right? As someone who is trying to distribute a rum and stuff in America, it is crazy complex. It's like a 5-tier system, and based on if you don't figure it out right the first time, you could be spending twice. Your bottle might be twice the price from the time you ship it from Jamaica or Trinidad or wherever to the US and get it to someone's shelf. Price could just skyrocket on you. So you definitely want to look out for that, right? And then thoughts and predictions on rum. Then they had sustainability trends, why that matter. And then they had a odd one. It says cane juice is the future of rum, and that one I actually heard. This guy, he's the CEO of Maine Rum, which is one of the part of the company of EHA. He was saying that sometimes molasses is harder to get than cane juice. I think that's why they're pushing cane juice, the future of rum. I don't know how much of you guys have had cane juice rums. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's not. I don't know. Like, from what I've tried so far, not everyone is good to me, and maybe that's the same thing with molasses. Not everyone is good to me, so maybe I haven't had the good cane juice rums as yet, or I only had a few good cane juice rums. But that's what they've been saying. That's what they had this conference on, cane juice being the future. And when I heard it from the CEO of EHA as well, I was like, maybe this really is a thing that's coming down the road. I hope the rums get better, because I don't want. I'll pay more for molasses rum if cane juice rum just isn't my thing. But it is what it is. So that was the Friday. I did not go to the Friday event, but I did see some video. I did see a few clips online. Then let's get to Saturday. Now, Saturday is when I showed up for the event, right? And Saturday, we walked in and we were greeted by, we went to the registry. You register, then you take a picture. They give you a bag that you could, and they give you a tasting cup. And the tasting cup, it was one of those flat wide tasting cups, and they said they're not gonna do disposable, so you really gotta rinse out your glass every time if you really want to do a good tasting, right? So we left from the registry, walked in. The first person we were greeted by was Deadhead Rum, those guys who sell the Deadhead rums out of Mexico. They had the 6 year and the 8 year. But on the ground floor, they were kind of just selling some of their stuff, their minis, and they had a few giveaways like a keychain and stuff like that. But if you really wanted to taste the rum, you had to go upstairs, right? So they had a ground floor, and then they had the third floor where they had these rooms set up. So I started on the ground floor, and we started off with the first person I think we were greeted by was the Baba Rum. So Baba Rum was the first set of guys there, and you know, they had a pretty good setup. They had their rums, and I honestly haven't tried Baba Rum. I don't know why. I've seen them a couple times, haven't tried them. And then next to them we had Appleton. Appleton was there. Monique, she's one of the brand ambassadors, she was there. And Appleton had from signature all the way up to the 21 you can try, which was great. You know, but for me, I already have all the Appletons. I've tried all the Appletons. I've reviewed all the Appletons from their standard line. So, you know, when you get to these rum festivals, you can't waste your liver, right? You can't just drink everything and anything, because you got to test things that you haven't tried before. So, you know, I think Appleton being there is great that they show up, but most people who are in the rum game, they've tried all the Appletons, right? So for me, I just didn't try any Appleton, not because I don't like Appleton, I love it, but you know, gotta save space, right? Next up, they had Ray and Ting right next to Appleton, and that was cool. So I did try the Ray and Ting. I don't know why, because another thing I've tried before. You guys was he had some cocktail with Ray and nephew and Ting, and I don't know, he said bitters or whatever he put in there, but pretty much a Ray and Ting, right? Nothing special, but I did try that. Right, and then after the Ray and Ting guys, there was El Dorado, and El Dorado had some cask release. So you know, El Dorado has cask release at 40%, and then there's some crazy $200 bottles I've seen only in Europe. Haven't seen it anywhere in America, right? So they bring out another one of their cask release, but it looks more like the traditional 40% cask release bottles, but it's actually 56%, right? So a lot more percentage on these. I think all of them was 56. Maybe there was like slight variations, but I think they were all 56. So they said those are coming. In fact, they said that it's already here in New York and DC, but has yet to come to Florida. Guys, one thing I've been told, not by El Dorado, but also by Appleton, you gotta buy more rum. That's why we are not first on the list here in Florida. We aren't buying enough rum. They're not moving enough sales to really put Florida at the top of the market. So I oblige you guys, please go and buy more rum. Stop drinking all this other stuff, right? Just buy more rum, so we could be at the top of the list, and therefore we could get the rare stuff first. Because you know, everyone's getting stuff, New York's getting stuff. I'm like, how is New York getting before Florida? What is this? But according to them, New York just moves a lot more weight than Florida does. So we are not first on the list. El Dorado was there, and then El Dorado also had the Diamond line, which they had the 151. They had, you know, the dark one, the light one, different percentages. They have like about 4 different rums there, and they're all cocktail rums, and they're really trying to push to get these cocktail rums on everyone's shelves. I've tried one of them. I think I've reviewed the Diamond 151, the clear one, not the more tiki version, the darker colored one. It's pretty hot, it's 151, right? So pretty hot, pretty flavorful, good stuff. Slight straw-like color. Definitely a good one. Please check out that video. Also, you know, I've done so many different videos, so that one I've done, I think that's one of those strong rum comparison videos that I did. Definitely check that out. Go to my page. I'm gonna put a strong rum playlist so you guys can see all my strong rum videos. All right. Now after that, there was Don Papa rum. So I've been thinking about getting a bottle of Don Papa for quite some time, right? And I tried it now, first time, and man, it is just like cream soda. it really tastes like that soda. Tastes like soda, like crazy. Tastes like soda. I was like, I don't know, not my cup of tea. Yeah, that soda taste was just, it doesn't taste like rum to me. Like, it just did not taste like rum. I remember, guys, I'm doing this all from memory, but this is like the beginning of the event, so I do really remember this. It just tastes like cream soda, like pop soda type thing, like just not rum tasting at all. Sweet, very flavorful, but not rum flavor. So that just wasn't my thing. And the guy there really looks like the guy on the bottle. So one of my friend Rashawn, he was there with me, and he's like, man, does that guy look like the guy on the bottle? I was like, he does. I was like, but I'm pretty sure the guy on the bottle, probably like from a century ago, maybe his grandson or something, I don't know. But the guy on the bottle and the guy who was presenting really looked alike. So they had a really nice presentation, really nice backdrop and stuff like that. But that rum definitely was very flavorful, not in a typical rum flavor sense. So then they also had Diplomatico was there. Tried a ton of Diplomatico before, so I really didn't go for Diplomatico at this point. Again, you gotta save your liver, you gotta save your sobriety when you are on this, doing this rum review stuff, right? And then Don Q was there, and I think the guy had given me some secret sample he had there. I'm pretty sure he had something that wasn't bottled as yet. Can't remember what it was, but I did enjoy it. Like, I really do enjoy Don Q. Don Q really makes some good rums. Flor de Caña was there, and I did try their 30 and their 25. It was pretty decent rum. It never tried Flor de Caña before. I'm not sure why, but it's decent rum, so can't complain about that. And also, one thing that's always debated is whether Flor de Caña age statement is the age statement. Like, I always thought all Latin rums, unless it clearly says it, isn't what it is. But the guy said there that the name or the age statement on there is the age statement of the rum. Now, I've seen other Flor de Caña bottles that says other things. It didn't say the age statement, just said 25 or it said 30, but not 25 years or 30 years. So I'm always kind of unsure on Flor de Caña. You guys out there, comment down below, tell me, is Flor de Caña a true age statement, or is it more like a Solera blend? The guy clearly said it wasn't, but I don't know. The naming conventions to me has changed over the years, so maybe it was Solera, maybe it wasn't, but you guys tell me down below exactly what Flor de Caña is. Is it a true age statement, or is it something else? So Angus was there, and they had the 1919, the 7-year, and the Amaro, right? So, which isn't their full lineup, and isn't the full lineup which they have in America. They also sell the White Oak in America. They also sell 1824 in America. So it's a bit confused on why they didn't bring more rum, since everyone had, most people had like 5 different rums on the table, right? Don Q had, their full lineup. Appleton had their full lineup. Everyone pretty much had their full lineup. So I really don't know why Angostura didn't bring more of their rums. The Amaro is here, and the Amaro is really good. The Amaro is based on the Angostura bitters. It's just less percentage. I think it's about 30% Let me check. I have a bottle somewhere down there, so I'll post it down below. But Angostura had the Amaro there, which is really good. The 1919 7-year. Bombarda Rum. So Bombarda Rum is a rum bottle that's shaped like a cannon. Pretty cool guys there. They have a 8-year and a 15, I believe, or a 5 and I think they have a 5 and an 8, and they're about to release a 15. It's a blend of several rums, Barbados, Guyana, different things like that. No sugar added, no color added. So some guys think it's kind of gimmicky because it's just like dark rum and stuff like that. But I think these guys who make the rum aren't really like rum geeks, rum guys, that kind of thing. But they just want to bring a good product. And from my tasting, it was a good product. Tasted pretty good. Had some Barbados in there and stuff. So you know, it's a decent rum, decent price. Definitely enjoyed it. I gotta get into more of the flavors. I gotta taste it more. But again, I'm in this thing. I'm tasting through real quick. But definitely a good rum. Had a good conversation with those guys. they had cannon, monks, and all sorts of stuff. And they had odd names, falconry and stuff like that. So definitely Bombada Rum. It's here in South Florida, and in fact, I think they have in the Keys. One of the owners was saying that they have a thing where when the cannon, there's a cannon down in the Keys, and when it blasts off, the bars around that have Bombada Rum has that rum on sale, like half price or something. And then so you could drink, cheap liquor. You could drink the liquor for cheap for that time period, and then they blast it off again, and then it stops. Something like that is their pitch. They high pitch it down the key. So I've seen online on Reddit that people are like bashing the rum, and they haven't tried the rum. I've tried it. It's good. Even my friend John Gola, he's on Rumcast. He tried it too, and he was defending the company on Reddit. So from the time John had defended, I know it was good. I had tried it before, couldn't really remember much, and I tried it again here, and definitely it's a good product, right? Ron Barcelo, they have the Imperial and Imperial Onyx, which are both 10-year. The Imperial Onyx is a heavier char on the barrel, so you get more of a smoky taste on that, and you could get a bit more barrel flavor as well. Also, they had an organic, which is like, it's their aged rum or aged rum. I couldn't recall what the age was, but everything was organic, from the cane to even the packaging. They had like a cardboard box packaging. So they're trying to do like a zero impact type of product, for the environmentally concerned in the world, which is pretty cool. A pretty cool idea. So they were really fun to deal with, and they also had like a mixing rum. They had the Gran Añejo, which they had made a cocktail, a nice fruit cocktail with that one. So those guys were really nice, really helpful. And then there was a cachaça, and this cachaça was like, what was it called? It was tough to pronounce. I trying to see back on my thing here, Aviu or something like that. So is it Aviu? I'm pronouncing it bad, but they had a cachaça, which, and cachaça has a pretty unique flavor. Tastes more on the line, or the funkier, almost like French style rums. To me, it leads more that way, more on that grassy note and stuff like that. And they had unique casks, right? So they had about 4 bottles there. Each one was aged in a different tree, and they had some unique trees that were like indigenous to Brazil. Brazil has a rainforest. There's a lot of trees there, and there's a lot of unique trees and a lot of unique woods that you just won't get anywhere else in the world, right? So all of their tastings were lined up, and it was unique. Like, think about a unique spirit on top of a unique barrel, right? So just crazy different, and man, it was quite a treat. I struggled. By the time I got to this one, I was already struggling, and that taste was just so pungent, so strong. Like, this is something like cachaça and certain rums that are just so powerful in flavor, and so unique. You really gotta try it earlier on and really get a taste of what it is, because it is tough when you already had so much alcohol and you're trying this like unique, just high flavor, unique, like it's jarring. It was tough for me. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like you just can't get all the flavors. You can't really comprehend what you're having or what you're enjoying. And after those guys, I think that was the last table on the ground floor. No, I lied. Then there was Kapali Rum is the last table on the ground floor. They're from Belize, and they're a unique, like, environmentally friendly type of company. That's the brand, that's their whole messaging. Basically, they have a pot still and a column still, and the cane juice, as they cut the cane, they crush the cane within 2 hours. So fresh, grassy notes is abounding on this thing. Like, it is just, it tastes closer to like an agricole or something like that. Not really, no, definitely not molasses flavoring, not like a funky Real Nephew. Way more to me on the grassier side, rum agricole side, and they had their coffee, and they had a couple flavors there. I avoided all flavored rums just because I know flavored rums mess me up. But they had also good chocolate bars. They had some dark chocolate bars as well. So I skipped on the chocolate and the coffee flavored rums, but the chocolate bars, you can always get me with that, right? And at the end of tasting Kapali, Rashawn and myself, we had to stop and get a burger and just chill out because, man, we went through a good bit of rums at Florida Cania. We went through a bit of rums there. You know, we tried everything. Everything I listed out, we really tried except the appleton. Stuff I've tried before, I didn't try that, right? We stopped, had a burger. The bar at this restaurant at the hotel, which was Hilton Miami Beach Cabana Club or something it's called, and there's some good rums. They even had Admiral Rooney on their shelf to for you to be able to drink. We didn't order any rum at this rum show, so whatever. But we had a nice burger there, chilled out for a little bit, and then we walked over to the next room. So while you're on the ground floor, before we went to the next room, there's like a freak windstorm that just blew through and just blew down Ron Barcelo's table with their stuff on it. I was like, wow, that's crazy that was happening there. What I did not know was that the other room was on the 3rd floor, pretty much on the pool deck. So it was a big open space where you had a tent and all the other tables were set up. Ron Calon was there. What other guys? A lot of other people. Worthy Park was there. Montana Rum was there. Home Ski. A bunch of guys were up there, and a lot of their stuff got messed up. Right, a lot of stuff got messed up, got blew down. Guys up there holding on the tent. Saw videos of Zan and a couple guys hanging off the tent, trying to hold it down from flying off. My friend Rum Collections, he was up there, and a bunch of his other friends, the Unidos. So, you know, a bunch of Latin guys are really into rums, and they had just won an award too. But yeah, so while you're downstairs chilling, upstairs was off. You know, it had a little storm downstairs, but upstairs just being open completely to the elements. The whole thing up there was just messed up. They had to take down the tent and everything just to ensure that nothing else went awry. So we're downstairs, not knowing all this is taken upstairs, and then by the time we finished eating, everyone's like, oh yeah, upstairs closed down. People were moving downstairs in that first room that we left when you come to check in. So like, all right, cool. So we're gonna go check that out. Also, what I didn't mention was that I met a couple of people there that actually knew my videos. So Limehouse in Singapore, there's this guy, I can't remember his name, white guy, I think he's Dutch. He's always at all the rum congresses. He's always have like rare stuff hidden in his bag. You know, I think last time he had a Corona or something. This time he had his own little blend that he's been working on. It's great stuff. He's gonna produce a bottle. Man, I love it. I just love his enthusiasm for rum, and I know he's gonna bring a good product. I tasted it. I got a little sample back there. It is great, right? So definitely, guys, Limehouse in Singapore. It's a great place. Lots of rums, and I actually met the owner. His name was Chris Morris. He's from Tobago, where I'm from, and in fact, just his name and where he lived, I was like, man, he's probably related to my friend and co-host Emmanuel, his mom also name is Morris. So that's just a side note that I just found really crazy, that this guy who's from Tobago, who's always in Singapore, running this and owning this great restaurant, Limehouse, with a huge rum bar that's just amazing. I definitely like just talking to him, I was like, man, I gotta go to Singapore, gotta check out this restaurant. In fact, before even meeting him there, I watched one of his videos. Somewhere there's a video online like promoting the bar or whatever, and it really just seemed amazing. I definitely want to go there even before that. But now knowing that the guy is from Tobago, like I want to go even more. Like that's definitely a trip I want to take. Imagine flying across the country, flying across the globe, just to go to Limehouse and have a great drink with my fellow brother from Tobago. That would be amazing, right? So Met the guy that owned Limehouse. Met one of the guys that work for him who just really loves rum. I don't know why I can't remember his name now. Also met a guy called Troy. I think it's Troy. Troy from Bacardi. So Troy, he's like, hey, he says like, hey, Jamie, I looked at your videos, great stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. Hey, Troy, thanks. Can I take a picture with you? I take a picture of the guy, not knowing who he is, just thinking, like, hey, just another viewer, another subscriber of mine. I'm happy to meet you. Take a pic, whatever. Never to find out, Troy is like one of the master distiller or a master blender at Bacardi, which was amazing to me. I was like, what? Like, I had no clue. I was happy that that he was actually a fan of my videos. I did review one Bacardi before, the Bacardi 10. Check the page, you'll see my review of that. And yeah, definitely. There's some people who don't like Bacardi. I enjoy that Bacardi. I'm not gonna be I was never. I just tell you how I feel about it, right? Honest reviews. And he said it to me too. He's like, appreciate your honest reviews. I said exactly what it tastes like, exactly what I like about it, what I didn't like about it. It is what it is, right? So for all you guys who think I hate on your rums, I don't hate on your rums. I like it or I don't like it, but it is what it is, right? But I was happy to meet Troy there from Bacardi, Chris from Limehouse, and man, my German friend, his name Derek. Was he German or was he? I swear he was Dutch. Anyhow, I don't remember his name, but he's always enthused. I love his passion about the rum and the products that he always has. And man, those rums that he's gonna bring out, guys, you definitely gotta pick it up. It was just some good prices. The prices he was thinking about putting it at, and the taste profile he was thinking about. Definitely something that I would pick up. All right, so then we went on to the other room now because upstairs got trashed, right? So we go into this room and Clement, Rum Jam, all these Power Bomb people are there. They were upstairs, got moved downstairs, and at this point in time, I'm like, man, I gotta pace myself. I can't just go hard. I can't just drink whatever. I was like, hey, let me get what the best thing you had. And he handed me the Rum Jam 2003. At this point, I know it was good. I can't tell you any tasting notes because I was just, trying to stay even keel throughout this whole event at this point. Montana was there. I didn't get to try them. Worthy Park was there. I think I have all the Worthy Park rum, so I didn't really, rush to go try Worthy Park. Although they do have some cast finish. And if they had cast finishes there, then I truly missed out because I have never tried any of their cast finishes. Plantation was there. Plantation had all their stuff as usual. They had 2 different Fijis, Australia, Trinidad. Then they had that was those stuff around 55 to 75 bucks. Then they had some of the cheaper stuff like the Barbados and different things like that. So definitely Plantation. I like Plantation. Right? I know there's a lot of guys out there that don't like Plantation because they dose everything. But honestly, some of the new stuff they have has no sugar. So if you're a no sugar kind of guy, I'm pretty sure the Australia doesn't have sugar, the Trinidad doesn't have sugar. I'm not sure about the 2 Fijis that they have. They have 2 Fijis in 2 different casks. One's a peated whiskey cask and one's Evoli. There's some other type of spirit. I honestly can't remember how that is pronounced, but there is 2 different Fiji finish casks. All right, and the Fijis might have a bit of sugar, like 8 grams or something, 5 grams, 8 grams, something like that. Not much. So I enjoy the Plantation rums. So they're always, good guys. Eric promotes to them. The guys coming from Barbados. Always fun chit chatting with them, and they always have secret stashes of stuff to come and stuff like that. Holmes Key was there. Eric K was there. He has some stuff that's coming. He has some great rums. He has some great. He does single casts and stuff like that. And he has the Mauritius 2005 was really good. I remember I tried that with my friend John, and that was it was just good. It would just remind me of Foursquare, but more. Honestly, thinking about it, it reminded me of Foursquare 2009 to some extent. That Mauritius 2005, a little more funky though, but definitely it's up there. Like the Mauritius rum, that Holmes Key brought is like, it's four square level. It's really good. And then he has South Africa and different things, but I'm pretty sure he had me taste some stuff, and it's coming. Money Muscles in there. They had rebranded some of their stuff, which is good, because their old bottles, the label on the 10-year I just never liked. It was just too dark that you couldn't take a good picture of it and made it look good. To me, it just blend into darkness. But the new brew branding is good. And they also had the long pond that they're selling. I have one back there. It's like $160. It's kind of high, but that's what they have there. Who else was in that room? I'm trying to do this from memory because I didn't take any pictures when I got to that next room. Distilled Sugar was there. Distilled Sugar is a company that does trips. They plan large group trips to different countries, especially countries that have rums in there. So they did trips to Cuba. That was a big thing they were doing, and now they're branching out and getting into all the Caribbean islands that has rum distilleries to kind of organize tours to go to rum events. So if you have a group of people who want to go on a rum tour, they're called Distilled Sugar. It's a mom and daughter team that kind of organizes it. Really nice, really friendly. We had a good chat with those ladies there. And they were just walking around chatting with everyone. So they were just really nice to interact with. There was Urupan. Urupan had some good stuff too. Urupan is Mexican rum. My friend at Uncle Pete, he did a review of their rum. Their rum is very funky, very unique stuff. And then on top of their unique funkiness, right? They had a mushroom infused. Like you literally saw like the little things floating from mushrooms. Like if you wash a mushroom, you saw the little things floating around. They had that floating in the liquid. We had really talked to them a lot. We made friends with them as well. But they have some unique stuff that's coming out soon as well. And their lineup right now is pretty good, very unique, very just. It's one of those. The thing about it is stuff like Europan and Kapali and stuff like that. It's stuff you really gotta taste. You gotta be doing few rums to really get into it, because it's just so unique and it's just so unfamiliar to me that it takes some effort to really decipher what that was. So that was another good one that was there. Man, it is tough to remember everyone that was there. Honestly, a lot of the companies that are kind of known and just I've tasted them a ton of times. I didn't taste them. Like I wish I had tried more of the Clement stuff, because they had the Clement Blanc and they had different Clements and different Rum Jams that I just haven't tried before. In fact, Rum Jam had an event the Friday before and I had invitation to go. Chris Funk, sorry I missed it. I don't know what happened that night, man. I finished work, I was doing errands, clean up my house, doing different things like that, and then John Williams, he's another big rum fan, and he posted pictures. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot I had this event to go to. I had the ticket, invite, everything, and I just did not get to go. So I was very disappointed in myself, because Rum Jam had some good unique stuff there that I should have gotten to try. That if I tried it that night, I wouldn't have to try it again this night, get more space for other rums that were there. But definitely I missed out on that. And I think that was it. That was pretty much it. Tandoori was there, or Tandui. I didn't really get to. I think I tried their 50 year. It's a nice column still, light bodied rum. That was pretty good as well. Yeah. I think that was about it. That was all the rums that I tried while I was there. Every rum had its own thing. Took pictures with Zan. So Holmes Key, they had the South Africa, the Fiji, Belize, Guyana. I had a new guy, Barbados 2012 they had as well. And they had their Fiji. I love they have a young Fiji, a 50 year, a $50 bottle. I think it's like 3 years old or something like that. Oh man, that is so good. They're certain rums just have a nice sweetness to it, and it's on no sugar added. definitely that was a good one. That's one of my favorites. Like I have a bottle down below there. I really didn't try any of their rums just because I know I get opportunities to try their rums other times, but I definitely should have. Like looking back at the pictures, I definitely should have gone in and tried some more rums. But sadly, I started on the ground floor. I should have started on the third floor because Holmes Key is one of my favorites. So I definitely met with the man himself, Ian Burrell. You know, fun times. Alright guys, Ready Set Rum. Had a great time at Rum Congress. I will continue to have a good time sipping rums. I hope you like this video. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, tell me down below how you feel about everything I said, about the things I said about rums and stuff like that. More videos are coming soon. What do you want to see next? You want to see some more Hamden rums? I've done a couple so far. Of late, I've gone through the overproof, the younger. I got 2 more great houses I got to review. Or do you want me to mix it up and put in some plantation rums? I have 2 of the Fijis that they just released, and also the Trinidad. Let me know what you think. Also, one of the next things on my list is the 1931 from Chairman's Reserve. So guys, Ready Set Rum, taking you around the world, one rum or one rum talk at a time. Cheers.